Pranam and a very good morning to Swami Bodhmayanandaji, Principal Professor Y. Ashok Sir, our esteemed guest speakers Sri Mahesh Bhagwat Garu and Sri Vedant Bharadwaj Garu, respected faculty and all the participants to the National Level Youth Leadership Summit 2022. Did you know that all the music? Ma'am?
Continue.
Did you know that all the music in the world has its origins from Indian classical music? Well, that is true, and we should all be proud of that. And yes, that is the topic for today's webinar. Sri Swami Vivekananda's message on youth leadership and the Indian classical music. In the series of webinars that will go on till the August of this year, this is our fourth session. Let's begin by gracing ourselves with the Almighty's blessings. Prayer by Shashank.
Om Shuklam Bharadharam Vishnum Shashivarnam Chaturbhujam Prasannavadanam Dhyayet Sarva Vignopashantayet Hari Om Stapakaya Cha Dharmasya Sarva Dharmaswarupine Avatara Varishtaya Ramakrishnaya te namaha Jananim Sharadam Devim Ramakrishnam Jagadgurum Pada Padme Tayo Shritva Pranamami Muhurmuhu Namah Shriyati Rajaya Vivekananda Surayet Satchit Sukaswarupaya Swami Netapaharine Om Trayambakam Yajamahe Sugandhim Pushtivardhanam Urvarukamiva Bandhanat Mrutyor Mukshiyamamrutat Om Bhurbhuvassuvaha Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yo Nah Prachodayat Tejosi Tejomai Dehi Viryamasi Viryamai Dehi Balamasi Balamai Dehi Ojosi Ojomai Dehi Manyurasi Manyamai Dehi Sahosi Saho Mahidehi Sarve Bhavantu Sukhinaha Sarve Santu Niramayaha Sarve Bhadrani Pashyantu Ma Kaschid Dukkha Bhag Bhavet Om Shanti 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 Hari Om.
Thank you, Shashank. Swami Bodhmayanandaji is the director of Vivekananda Institute of Human Excellence, Domalguda, and the coordinator of the Personality Development Project of Sri Ramakrishna Mutt, Chennai. Under his supervision, the VIHE has prospered and touched new heights, which truly showcases his dedication and will towards the Ramakrishna mission. Pranam Maharaj. I consider it my privilege to invite Swami Bodhmayanandaji to address the participants.
Yes. Namah Shri Yatirajaya Vivekananda Suraye Satchit Sukhaswarupaya Swami Netapaharine Akhanda Mandala Karam Vyaptam Yena Characharam Tatpadam Darshitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Respected Mahesh Bhagwat Ji, Commissioner of Police of Rachkonda area of Hyderabad, Dr. Ashok Ji, Principal, Vedant Bharadwaj, the playback singer, musician, our good friend joining us from Chennai, all the faculty members, all the young students, their parents, friends, and volunteer students of VIHE and Vivekananda College, as part of the series of programs, webinars organized since the last couple of months, coinciding with the Amrita Mahotsav of our great country and Swami Vivekananda's birthday. We are continuing to discuss, continuing to dive deep into the vast ocean of Indian cultural heritage. Already 3-4 sessions have been done as far as education is concerned. The past of India, the present of India, and the future of India, how the past of the principles of the past, the Gurukula system and Vedic culture, etc., can be blended into the present so that the future will be great and wonderful and peaceful. And as the series of sessions are going on, our volunteers from Vivekananda College, etc., thought we should shift our focus to music also, Indian classical music, and how the youth can take this forward, not getting enamored or carried away by the Western concepts, but there is deep-rooted Sangeetam in the Samaveda, in the Rigveda, and in the great Bhakti movement of Kabir, of Nanak, of Tulsidas, of Eknath, of Meera, and so many others till modern times, great saints, whether it's South India or in the northern part of the country. So those bhajans, music, can make a difference in our life if we can take it as a sadhana. So today we have leadership lessons and also the musical lessons. And before I proceed and invite respected Mahesh Bhagwatji, our good friend, to share his invaluable experience as the Commissioner of Police and as a man of tremendous dedication and a teacher of great excellence of UPSC people. Today is 6th of February, a very historic day in Swami Vivekananda's life. 125 years of his lectures are being celebrated. The lectures of a monk who gave or awakened the spirit of India to the freedom movement is going on from Colombo in Sri Lanka to Almora in the Himalayas. And just yesterday, 5th of February, Swamiji's immortal lecture, very powerful lecture in Kumbakonam, temple town of Kumbakonam in Tamil Nadu, called the Mission of Vedanta. And it is said that was the first time that Swami Vivekananda openly gave a clarion call of Uttishtata, Jagrata, Prapyavaran Nibodhata. Arise, awake, and stop not till the goal is reached, referring to the Kathopanishad. And that gave a boost, that gave a powerful, what you call, dakka, a powerful push for the youth of India. And the freedom movement became a reality. And today, and 5th night, he started from Kumbakonam, no rest, and thousands listening to him everywhere. He reaches Madras at that time, called Egmore railway station, almost by this time, 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock. And what could have been just a 15 minutes drive from the Egmore railway station in Chennai to the Vivekananda Illam now on the beach road, just about 2.5 kilometers. It took nearly 3 hours. And today Swamiji reaches there. The governor of Tamil Nadu is addressing the youth of Tamil Nadu and India on that historic occasion in our Vivekananda house in Madras. Vedant Bharadwaj is from Madras, and he understands it better because he has seen the Vivekananda house where Vivekananda stayed for 9 days and awakened the spirit of India. It is said here, intense enthusiasm of the reception committee. The top judges, the lawyers, the youth, they removed the horses from the chariot which was supposed to take Vivekananda from Egmore railway station. The youth of Madras University removed the horses. And for the next, through the crowd, they pulled that chariot. And history says, Dr. Sarvepalli Radhakrishnan or Rajgopalachari was one of the students who pulled Swami Vivekananda's chariot at that time. They refer it in their tribute, in their reminiscence of Swami Vivekananda. So that is how Swamiji's leadership, Swamiji's call inspired the whole youth of the nation. And there in Madras, 5 lectures he gave, which are worth mentioning for all the youth. One is, the first lecture he spoke like Napoleon. The talk was My Plan of Campaign. The second is the Sages of India. The third is Vedanta, its application to Indian life. Fourth, the future of India. 5, the work before us. 5 important, very powerful talks. And many other small parlor talks. So that is Swamiji's firepower, and we should be grateful to him for the freedom movement, for the rousing of the freedom movement, and inspiring the younger generation for worshipping the motherland. And when we speak about leadership, one very important point comes to my mind. In Lahore, as part of his lectures in India, Swamiji said about the situation at the time, which is much more true today. I quote, "This national ship of ours, ye children of the immortals, my countrymen, has been plying for ages, carrying civilization and enriching the whole world with its inestimable treasures. For scores of shining centuries, this national ship of ours has been ferrying across the ocean of life and has taken millions of souls to the other shore beyond all misery. But today, it may have sprung a leak and got damaged through your own fault or whatever cause, it matters not. What would you, who have placed yourselves in it, do now? Would you go about cursing it and quarreling among yourselves? Would you not all unite together and put your best efforts to stop the holes? Let us all gladly give our heart's blood to do this. And if we fail in the attempt, let us all sink and die together with blessings and not curses on our lips." These were actual words, not translation, which came out from Swami Vivekananda's heart and lips in Lahore University. Now you see, leadership, which we'll hear more from Mahesh Bhagwatji, the respected Commissioner of Police. This national ship, Vivekananda says, and we can play with the English word, leadership is nothing but leader in a ship. And what is that ship? Our own country. So with position or without position, each one of us is passengers in the ship. Let us become servants of this great country and solve the miseries. Water is entering into the ship. No time for quarreling and criticizing our own mother. It has done enough service, but we should not throw aspersions and criticize that mother. Let us use our head and heart, plug the holes, and move forward in our life journey with this great national ship called Mother India. So it can be through education, it can be through police service, it can be through IAS, it can be as a principal of a college, it can be a musician in Vedant Bharadwaj, it can be so many other people. So we are responsible for what we are, and as part of this stimulation process, thinking process, we are organizing this in collaboration with Vivekananda College, and we shall listen to the experts, discuss, and put them into practice for the next 5-6 days. Next Sunday, again, we review the position, take stock of the situation, and then move on for the next another 6 days. Small packages, good ideas, and that is the purpose of this session, of these webinars, which will continue till August, Independence Day. So we are very thankful to Mahesh Bhagwatji and welcome him, and also listen to Vedant Bharadwaj's music. And today is a very unfortunate day, as all of you have just now seen the media. The great Bharat Ratna Lata Mangeshwar passed away, and I think Vedant is closely connected with that musical world. We'll just sit quiet for a minute of silence, chanting the Om, and then request respected police commissioner to speak. Just everybody listen to the Tanpura, sound of the Tanpura, and then we will meditate, pray, and move forward. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Tat Sat. Thank you. Namaste. Over to the anchor.
Thank you, Maharaj. Professor Y. Ashok sir, Principal, Bhavans Vivekananda College, Sainikpuri, is a visionary leader and a person who always strongly believes in an all-round development of students and supports us every time we approach him. He is an inspirational mentor with a strong sense of leadership. We request our principal, Professor Y. Ashok sir, to address the participants.
Ashok ji, you have to unmute. Ashok ji can unmute, please. Ashok ji, unmute.
Namaskar Swamiji
Namaste.
and Namaskar Mahesh Bhagavat sir and blessings to Vedant Bharadwaj ji for being part of the program. And as Swamiji told, this is a unfortunate day for Indian music. The Nightingale of India, Lata Mangeshkar ji, has passed away today morning. Maybe this program would be a tribute to Lata Mangeshkar ji. And first of all, we feel blessed to have associated with Ramakrishna Mutt and Vivekananda Institute of Human Excellence. Swamiji, I may be mentioning this time and again, but the relentless effort and continuous efforts to ensure youth empowerment, transform the youth by Vivekananda Institute of Human Excellence has a very great impact on the youth of the country. Maybe it's very easy to organize an entertainment program and attract the youth, but activities of such nature, if you have to teach something good, and maybe the students have a tendency to understand, but it takes time. So the amount of effort and amount of hard work that is put in by Swamiji and Vihe is really very impactful on the society. And we are also lucky that Swamiji has permitted to organize programs on a yearly basis. All the second year students of the college will definitely have to undergo a one-day training program at Vivekananda Institute of Human Excellence. And they come back and say that they really have benefited from the program. Psychologically, morally, they get a lot of inspiration and empowerment once they visit the campus. Maybe whenever Swamiji comes to our campus, it was almost more than 15 years. Every induction program that is conducted in the college for commencement of freshers is blessed by Swamiji. And we never missed Swamiji for the last 15 years. And suppose for some reason he was not available, we had to change the program because we need Swamiji's blessings for all the students. And today we are lucky to have Mahesh Bhagavat, Commissioner, Rachakonda Commissionerate, Telangana, who is an inspirational leader. And in for the safety of the state and for the safety of Rachakonda Commissionerate, definitely we all feel very safe because Mahesh Bhagavat is at the helm of affairs. And thank you, Mahesh Bhagavat sir, for being part of the program. And Vedant Bharadwaj, thank you for being part of the program. And definitely I would like to listen to your narration and also music in the next 1.5 hours. And we really consider ourselves as privileged, and all the students should definitely get inspiration from Sri Vedant Bharadwaj. At a young age, he has achieved so much. That means if you have the willingness to put your efforts, definitely success will be yours. Success or no success, for doing good things, you don't have to look whether we are successful or not successful. We do good, and definitely good always has an impact, a positive impact on personally us and also the society. So I once again, thanks Swamiji, Mahesh Bhagavat sir, and Vedant Bharadwaj, and Mrs. Vanita, and Nitin Sriram, and all the elders who are there in the program, my pranams to you, and all the youngsters who are there in the program, my best wishes to all of you. And we consider ourselves as lucky again. I would like to mention to collaborate with Vivekananda Institute of Human Excellence and conduct programs on a regular basis. Pranam Swamiji, thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Our esteemed guest speaker, Sri Mahesh Bhagwat Garu, IPS, is the Commissioner of Police, Rachakonda Commissionerate. He has a demonstrated history of working with the law enforcement industry, especially in anti-trafficking and community policing. He has also mentored many civil service aspirants, which certainly portrays his sense of social responsibility and passion. He has thrice been awarded by the International Association of Chiefs of Police for his unusual efforts in community policing and welfare, the only Indian police officer to be honored such. Sir, we are honored to have you here with us. I request Bhagwat Garu to share his views on leadership.
Good morning. Good morning, Swamiji. Good morning, our principal of Vivekananda College, Neredmat, Ashok Yasti Garu. Then co-panelist, young talented singer and musician Vedant Bharadwaji, and all the team of both the institute, Vivekananda Institute of Human Excellence, and a team from Vivekananda College, who has organized this today's program. And my dear friends, first of all, I hope all of you are negative and attending this program with in full shape of your health, and your what is required today is your attention. Just for I will be speaking for 25 minutes, and 5 minutes we can have even question answer also, if organizer permits. That's not a problem. The topic given to me today is on leadership. My personal experience as a leader, if you ask me, it's a mixed kind of a thing. I started my career more like a teacher, and then I become a leader. Swamiji has said that please do take risk in the life. If you succeed, you will lead. If you lose, you will guide. But mine was reverse one. It is a journey from a teacher to leader and again to teacher. I'm trying to balance between the teaching as well as the having the leadership programs. So both aspects I'm keeping in mind and doing my job. I have not seen a youth in country who has not been influenced by ideology of Swamiji. The particular age, especially 18 to 25, where we always have some zeal, some motivation to do something in life, to prove ourselves. And this period is also a struggling period. In this struggling period, the way you get exposed to certain ideologies, accordingly, your life plan get prepared or blueprints get prepared because of those particular year in that period. It's very much necessary for the educational institutions as well as for the parents to give right exposure to their wards. And if at this age, if they get exposure to this kind of program organized by our Vivekananda Center for Human Excellence, where every time I see the program organized by Swami Bodhamayanandaji, excellent program are organized here. Even one of the program recently, our both the daughters, they were also participant in that course, and they got immensely benefited from that program. I think last year, I have physically gone to the institute at our lower tank bund, and we had one session there. In between, Swamiji again requested me, but because of the busy, that particular day I was occupied, I couldn't conduct the program. So here now today, I couldn't say no to Swamiji, and that's the reason I am here today to talk to all of you. Coming back to Swamiji's thoughts on leadership, I will tell you my personal example. In my college days, I used to go to Ramakrishna Math in Pune. I used to have in my hostel walls were full with pictures of Swamiji and all the important quotations and thought. They were there always, and still I keep reading them. And one thing I like very much is about the youth, what Swamiji has said, that give me few men and women who are pure and selfless, and I shall shake the world. That the kind of belief he was having on the youth of our country, I have not seen any other leader having that faith in the youth leadership, especially. People always tell about their experience or when I was so and so and what I have done and all. But the kind of faith imposed in the youth of country. Swamiji used to say that youth population, I know it's not 100%, but 100% of our country's future is in your hand. So it's you. You have to save our country. So that's why he said that give me few men and women who are pure, who are selfless, and I will definitely save the world. His dream about youth, there are few lines in Hindi that Swami Vivekananda के स्वप्नों का युवक ऐसा हो. I hope everyone understands Hindi here. स्वामी जी के जो विचार थे, वो विचारधारा के अनुसार युवक ऐसा हो, मुखमंडल तेजस्वी हो, वाणी ओजस्वी हो, शरीर में शक्ति हो, मन में उत्साह हो, सद्बुद्धि और विवेक हो, हृदय में करुणा हो, मातृभूमि पर प्रेम हो, इंद्रियों पर संयम हो, मन जिसका स्थिर हो, आत्मविश्वास दृढ़ हो, इच्छा शक्ति प्रबल हो, साहसी शूरवीर हो, सिंह जैसा निर्भय हो, लक्ष्य जिसका ऊंचा हो, सत्य जिसका ईश्वर हो, व्यसनों से मुक्त हो, जीवन में अनुशासन हो, मधुर प्रेममयी वाणी हो, संपूर्ण जगत कुटुंब हो, गुरुजनों पर सम्मान हो, माता पिता पर श्रद्धा हो, मानवीय संवेदना हो, दिन दुखियों का मित्र हो, सेवा में सदा तत्पर हो, ईश्वर में भक्ति हो, अचल देश भक्ति हो, जीवन पूर्ण नैतिक हो, चरित्र जिसका शुद्ध हो, युवक ऐसा हो. This was the dream of Swamiji, and at least this may be 15-20 lines. Every time try to follow at least 1 or 2 lines in that, and just check yourself whether are you on the correct lines. What dream of Swamiji, and as per that dream, whether your journey, your life journey is somewhere going in the right directions, or there are some things, there are some speed breakers where because of some bad habits or because of some other reason, you are diverting from your goal, you are deviating, you are compromising with the basic values, ethical values, you are not practicing those values. That we can check through this. I have recently come across one book by name Rule of 10x. This is a book written by one eminent author by name Grant Cardone. And this book, when I see Swamiji's thought process, they were on the same line. Swamiji always used to say, lower aim is crime. Don't think you are weak. You should believe in yourself so that world will hit at your feet. That was said by Swamiji. And this gentleman, Grant Cardone, in his book, he has mentioned about rule of 10x. What is this rule? This rule says you must set target for yourself, which is 10 times higher than what you think. If you have the smaller goal, that I already said, the lower aim is a crime. So whatever your goal is there, you take that goal, which is 10 times higher. Then your action also should be 10 times higher than what you are going to do to achieve that goal or to pursue that passion of your life. What common mistakes generally we do? The 4 common mistakes he observed amongst youth, especially. The first mistake, he said, underestimating of our goal. Our goal itself, we are having just short-term goals. We want instant success. Now this is the era of instant. We just want to do something and immediately getting result. That's why the social media nowadays are very popular, because you can see the visibility. You do small thing, immediately there will be some 100 or 200 likes will be there, comments will be there, and you will feel happy. These are some motivating, encouraging kind of things. Okay, but this is not long lasting. These are the temporary things in the life. You must understand. So first of all, you should set your goal, which is 10 times higher. Don't underestimate your goal or your vision. Secondly, don't underestimate how much action is required. You should give your 100%, give your fullest. When you want to achieve something in the life, be there, give your 100%. Think about that thing only. Third thing, the third mistake, generally what we do is spending much time on the competing and not enough time on dominating their sector. We always compete with the immediate other person and we compare ourselves with him. I'm for last 6 years guiding or mentoring for civil services aspirants. This is the exam where this is basically you have to do efforts with perseverance. Lot of perseverance is required. You have to hold on to your dream. That's the reason UPSC has given 6 attempts. 32 is the upper age for the open category. And the candidates, year after year, sometimes they are not getting the deserved success, but still they are trying with the hope that one day, yes, they can definitely do something. And I have seen, because of that perseverance in their life, they have achieved something. Those who have not qualified exam, even after the exam, the career which they have chosen, they have excelled in those careers. They have gone to the top. Some of them are journalists. Some of them are in the film industry. Some of them, they are teachers now. Some of them, they are doing the private job. And whichever field they have chosen, they have gone to the top in those selected field after trying their best, giving their best for the civil services. I have not seen a single person, single youth who has selected a wrong path, maybe the extremism or maybe the terrorism kind of thing. I never, for so many years now, we are mentoring this youth. So sometimes some negative factor comes in the society. People keep criticizing, and they will pass some remarks with their parents that how long your ward is preparing for these exams and all. He will not achieve anything. He is not having that potential type of thing. But when these people are succeeding in the life, these people only who were adversely commenting on these fellows, they are coming with the flowers and all, and they are celebrating their success. So your befitting reply to such people is through your success, through your achievement. Just hold on, keep doing, give your 100%. The fourth mistake, whatever you do, is underestimating the amount of adversity they will have to overcome. In a path, there will be speed breakers, there will be some hurdles, some man-made, some natural. But because of that, you should not give up your dream. You can come back one step back if you want, or you want to march 2 steps ahead. That we have learned in our history. So this kind of some small practical things always helps you in life. If possible, have this book, Rule of 10X by Grant Cardone. Recently, I came across this book and I found this book really useful book. Another good book, which I always tell you to follow, is the book basically written. There are 3 books for youth written by Shiv Kheraji. One of You Can Win, Living with Honor, and Freedom is Not Free. Now, a couple of other books are also, but these 3 books especially, I found these 3 books are motivational. The leadership, the kind of leadership quality you have, you can get through these books with live examples Shiv Kheraji has given. He's even organizing the online lectures and the sessions also. You can listen to those sessions also. And the third book, The Freedom is Not Free, in that book, he has quoted about Napoleon Bonaparte. And the Napoleon used to say always that in this world, those good people, they are always disoriented. They are not coming on common platform. Whereas the bad people, they are always united, whether they are in the jail or they are outside in the society. And because of the inaction of these good people, the bad people in the society, they are influencing others. So what's required here is bringing the good people on a common platform. What the efforts going on today by Vivekananda Institute of Human Excellence or this Vivekananda College is basically to have these good people on one common platform. It's not the activity of the rascals that destroys our society, but for inactivity of the good people. That was a quotation of Napoleon Bonaparte stated in this third book, Freedom Not Free, of Shiv Kheraji. Get a chance, please go through this book also. Swamiji used to say that my faith is in younger generation, modern generation. They will work out the whole problems like lions. Yes, I'm telling you through my 25 years experience in the services, the kind of potential our youth is having, that is tremendous. What is required for the leader? To identify that hidden potential. Each and every your subordinate, your colleague having, and just give them opportunity to exhibit that. It's a teamwork basically. Wherever you work, any organization, it should be like a teamwork. This is the difference between the leader and manager. Leader always leads from the front. He will cite example. He will take all his team members together. Whereas manager may be sitting on a chair and he will put others in the front. So the leader, by personal example, he will show those leadership qualities. The risk taking that you can learn from the leader. The leadership will be proved when there is a crisis. What kind of actions you are taking when the crisis kind of situation is there, that will be observed by each and everyone, maybe your colleagues, maybe your subordinate, maybe outsiders, and then they will decide what kind of leader you are. In the crisis situation, if you fail, that is not a good example of your leadership. I will tell you a couple of our practical examples. I worked earlier in an extremist affected district here in our state of Andhra Pradesh earlier. Now it is Telangana. In one of the district where I was superintendent of police, there was a serious problem of left-wing extremism. So our job was how to win over them, how to win over youth, so that they should not join hands with this extremists. They should not get carried away by their ideology. So what we have done for that? First thing, we followed one model by name CAMP. CAMP, C stands for consultation. We have consulted the community. We have consulted the youth to know their felt needs. What are their problems? Why they are getting attracted towards this particular ideology? We have studied that. The second thing, after studying CAMP, A is adaptive practices. We started adopting certain practices which are citizen friendly, which are directly useful to them. Policing is not a scheme coming from Delhi. We have to work with the community, taking them into confidence. So these adaptive practices, according to the felt need of community, we have reoriented our policing for that. The third thing was M, mobilization. The mobilization of human resources, mobilization of financial resources after identifying the felt needs or identifying the problem. To solve that, these resources are very, very important. And the last P is participation. Nothing will be permanent in life if there is no participation of that community, of that or that individual in that. So the participative kind of governance, participation of community in their problem solving. So this CAMP model has really helped us in solving the problem of extremism in that particular district. Going beyond the policing, we have done a lot of developmental activities on one hand, youth employment program. We have given opportunities to them to show the outside world. We brought them to Hyderabad to show what is the government, how government functions, what kind of government programs you can do as an ambassador of the government in your village, in your tribal areas. We have exposed them and they understood that. And then after that, we got many extremists surrendering before the government, or they were keeping themselves away when extremists were visiting that area. This was one successful experiment. I still remember one youth who surrendered. He was a state committee leader. In 2002, he surrendered before us. His important, what he was asking for rehabilitation was asked by no one. In 88, he became underground and joined this movement of extremists. 2002, he surrendered. In 88, when he joined this movement, he was doing his second year of engineering. And he left that and joined this movement. So after surrendering, he has requested us that I want to continue my engineering after so many years. It was 2002. I had inquired with the JNTU Vice Chancellor, sir, this so-and-so person has surrendered before us. He's having the faith now in the system. He wants to continue his engineering education. The one question came from the VC, Vice Chancellor, was, who will take his guarantee? We said, sir, we will take his guarantee. He has surrendered before us. No, you should give it in writing. We have taken risk. We said, yes, we have given in writing that we are taking the guarantee that he will continue his engineering. He will not join any anti-national or anti-social activities again. And he has kept his promise. Very recently, in one of the engineering college in my Rajkonda Police Commissariat area, I had gone there for a Harita Haram tree plantation program. And I have seen when I reached that college from a distance, one or around 35, 40 years person, youth, I say youth only, was coming running. And then he came near to me and then he was asking, sir, have you recognized me? I said, no, I am the same person who surrendered before you in 2002. I have completed my BTech. Then after that, I have done my MTech and I am working as a professor now in this engineering college. You should believe, that's why I'm saying, you should believe in a person. You should reimpose faith in him. Definitely people change. This kind of many examples we have seen where given a chance, even the deadly criminals we have seen, they are reforming. They are coming out. They are changing their path. What is required? There is nudging is required. What is required there is believing in them is required. Giving them alternative source of livelihood is important. That we are doing now. Any problem we are taking in our area, we are thinking, how can we stop this problem permanently? Yesterday only we started some worksite schools in Odia and Marathi language for the children of migrant workers who are also working like a child labor in the brick industry. Till 2017, these children used to work in the brick kilns. 2017, we got this idea that we can start the schools in the same language of their mother in Hyderabad, so that we started Odia language schools here. And so far, 3,000 students have passed out from these schools. Similarly, yesterday, the Marathi schools we have started for the migrant worker from Maharashtra, their children now, they started going to this school so that they will not work in the brick kiln. Definitely, no one is a born criminal. We can stop this criminal kind of activities, attack on the crime, not on the criminal, we always say. And here the leadership matters. If you give alternate solution in convergence with the other stakeholder, definitely you can change. गालिब का एक शेर है ना, उम्र भर गालिब यही गलती करता रहा, धूल चेहरे पे थी, आईना साफ करता रहा. आईना साफ करने से कुछ नहीं होने वाला है. You have to go to the root cause. What is the problem? Identify that and evolve solution for that. Then only your leadership will be proved. Then only that Swami Vivekananda's dream will really come true. So that's all from my side today. There is other co-panelist also, Vedant Bharadwaj ji. He will be speaking on the music, the second topic of today's session. If time permit, one or two questions we can take with the permission of Swamiji and Principal Ashok Yaski ji. Once again, my sincere gratitude to organizer for giving me this opportunity to share my thoughts. Thank you and good day to all of you.
Anybody likes to ask question can raise their hand and they can Unmute them. Prakash K.
Namaste, Swamiji.
Please introduce yourself.
Am I visible?
Come on.
I'm Prakash. Namaste, Swamiji, and namaste, everybody. My question is to Mahesh Bhagwatji and Namaskaram. Sir, not to ignore the fact that you gave a remarkable motivational boost to everybody present in this meeting today. I'm amazed to see the ethics and morals you hold, because it pleases me and makes me happy to see such a person like you, a bureaucrat and a public servant like you with such great ethics and morals serving the country for public safety. I think it is very exceptional, because in times where we see all sorts of bad news against public servants and bureaucrats, you are, in my opinion, a ray of hope, I think, because the way you convinced an extremist to continue his education, and to not only to continue his education but also to become a good citizen by serving as a professor in his same institution and meeting you again to tell his achievements. I think it's a remarkable achievement from your side as a public servant to the government and basically the public society. I just wanted to thank you personally for that. Thank you so much for
Thank you,
the
Prakash.
opportunity.
Question or please? Any students, any youth? Will ask Pratyusha, if you're online, your observations. Okay. Nitin, take over.
Thank you, sir. I'm sure each one of us has some takeaways from your insightful words. Our other speaker for today, Sri Vedant Bharadwaj Garu, is renowned playback singer, vocalist, music composer, and lyricist. He is a specialized guitarist from Trinity College, London, and is best known for his work with songs and poems from the Bhakti Movement. Sir, your work is exemplary, and we are more than honored to have you with us. I request Bharadwaj Garu to share his views on Indian classical music.
Hello, good morning, everybody. Thank you, Swamiji, for inviting me here.
Yes, Vedant, welcome. Welcome back to our programs.
Halai vanakkam.
Hello, vanakkam. Yes.
Today I'm here with my friends, my dear Chennai Children's Choir. Let me just show you all. So that's the Chennai Children's Choir.
Welcome, welcome. Nice
From
seeing all of you.
schools in Chennai. And we also have Mr. Sriram Iyer, who's the head of Nalanda Way Foundation, who spearheads this entire the choir and a lot of things which that Sriram is leaving his name.
Yes, Sriramji.
Sitting there, who is also the co-director of the choir, the Chennai Children's Choir. So we meet every Sundays, and because of the new reality, meeting personally has not been able to happen. So we are meeting now again after 2 months or so. So today is an exciting day for us that we've all met in person and we are able to sing together from the same space. So when Swamiji had requested that I sing and come here and share my views, I had said that I'll be part of the choir practice today. So today the songs will be sung by the Chennai Children's Choir. But before that, I'll just speak shortly about Indian classical music. So Indian classical music has no, we never know what is the true origin of Indian classical music. It's as old as time itself, as old as sound, as old as Nadam, as old as Omkara, as old as the Big Bang, whatever you may call it. So it has been passed down through oral tradition. So the whole relationship between the guru and the student is given very, very high priority, and it's a very, very precious relationship that students have with their teachers and vice versa. And that is how it has been passed down year after year. So as in the shloka it is said, Mata, Pita, Guru, Devam. So the Guru comes even before God, and Mata and Pita. So it's only through the Guru that our knowledge is transferred, and not only the Guru, but the apt students also to take it on and continue the legacy of of music. So when Swamiji also asked me to talk a little bit about Bhakti Movement and the whole tradition of how music was used as a way to propagate philosophy, very deep philosophy, and something of a very spiritual quest. So great mystic poets, starting from Alvar, Andal, from the south, and going up to right up to the north to Lal Ded, and when you go to the west, you have the Baul singers from Bengal, and you have the folk singers from Gujarat. So northeast, west, south, and central India, of course, you have a lot of singers like Kabir, Meera, Guru Nanak. They all come from various parts of India. So we are truly in a blessed land where such poets have come and given us words which ring true till today. Like how Kabir has said, "Dheere dheere re mana, dheere sab kuch hoye, mali siiche 100 ghada, ritu aaye phal hoye." So he's very simply said that everything that happens at its own time. No matter what we do to hurry it up, it will still happen in its own time. So if you're a Mali, if you're a gardener, and you may water the plant 100,000 times, but only when the season comes, the fruit will bear fruit. So you still have to wait. And dheere dheere re mana. Everything happens slowly. Everything happens in its own time. So dheere dheere re mana is slow down your mind, actually. Control your senses. Try and control things that are racing in you, and allow things to happen in its own way. So like this, there are so many things which the mystic poets have shared with us. And if I go on like this, a day would not be enough. Swamiji we have these lovely sessions together where I sing and Swamiji explains the meanings of the songs and everything. So it's really nice, and we meditate on it. So that would be an apt way to actually experience the entirety of what, or at least a part of what the Bhakti movement has to offer. So now, is it okay if we sing, Swamiji?
Yes, you continue.
Right.
And you can start with that Pandaricha Nava.
All right. Okay.
Yes,
We're singing a Nabhang.
yes.
We're
Mahesh
also
Bhagwat will be very, very happy to listen to that.
So we're singing two songs. One is a song written by Meerabai,
Yeah.
where she says, "Kinare lagao, now kinare lagao, Prabhuji." So she says, "Bring my boat back to the shore. The river runs deep. The boat is old." And she implores out to Lord Krishna. She says, "Bring my boat back to the shore. Now kinare lagao, Prabhuji." I also have an English oxymoron to the whole thing. So it's not now kinare, but now kinare laga. Right now.
Yes.
So it's so that is the thing. So let me just that's the choir who will be singing with us. I hope you all can hear us properly.
We can. Audible.
So for the second song, I hope I'm audible.
No, a little louder.
Louder.
Please come. Little louder.
Second song, we have a song written by Yandev from the Warkari tradition from Maharashtra, where he talks about Fugdi. So Fugdi is a game that we play by holding hands. I'm sure Bhagwatji would know the whole how you play, and a lot of you would know because you hold hands like this and you keep spinning yourself around. So he says the whole life is a Fugdi between Nija Brahma and Parabrahma. So your the God that resides inside us and the God that encompasses the entire universe. So that is you, and the entire universe is like a Fugdi, the game of Fugdi. So and in that, what you have to do is you empty your mind, you empty your you empty your mind to take in the true essence of bhakti and devotion, and through which you attain the final step and you attain nirvana. So this is what Sant Jnandev says in this song. So we have the Chennai Children's Choir. Right, so thank you so much. Yeah. I hope it was audible, Swamiji.
Okay. Second one was a little fast, not audible. And that final song, please. Vittal.
Oh, yes. Oh, Vittal. Okay. All right. So, okay, then I will sing one song. So in this song written by Sant Namdev, he says that that everything that is all of us, all human beings, all the living beings in this world are come from Vitthal, go through Vitthal, and finally go to Vitthal. And in this Kali Yuga, you don't need anything else but complete utter devotion and surrender to Vitthal. and it goes on to it's a combination of two songs. The second song, he says that the puja is Lord Vitthal and Lord Vitthal itself. So whether you're doing austerities to Lord Vitthal and Vitthal are the same. Your Mata, Pita, Guru, all your lineage of Gurus, your relatives are all Lord Vitthal. And Vitthal comes very slowly, but when he comes, he stays. And in this Kali Yuga, we don't need anything else but utter devotion and surrender to Lord Vitthal. So this is what Sant Namdev says, and this is a combination of two songs, as I said, which the first song is set to tune by my Guru Sri Ramurthy Rao, and the second song is a masterpiece of my Guru's Guru, Pandit Bhimsen Joshi. जीव प्राणेत विठ्ठलच नाव, जीव प्राणेत विठ्ठलच नाव, जीव प्राणेत विठ्ठलच नाव, ऐसी आम्ही भाव राख लिया पांडुरंगा, ऐसी आम्ही भाव राख लिया पांडुरंगा, जीव प्राणेत विठ्ठलच नाव, जीव प्राणेत विठ्ठलच नाव. आवडे पंढरी आवडे चंद्रभागा, आवडे पंढरी आवडे चंद्रभागा, येती यमुना गंगा राख लिया पांडुरंगा, येती यमुना गंगा राख लिया पांडुरंगा, जीव प्राणेत विठ्ठलच नाव, जीव प्राणेत विठ्ठलच नाव. आवडे पद्मतीर्थ आवडे गरुड पार, आवडे पद्मतीर्थ आवडे गरुड पार, माऊली माहे पांडुरंगा, माऊली माहे पांडुरंगा, नम म्हणे विठ्ठल रखुमाई आणिक पाशी नाही, चित्तमास पांडुरंगा आणिक पाशी नाही, चित्तमास पांडुरंगा पांडुरंगा, जीव प्राणेत विठ्ठलच नाव, जीव प्राणेत विठ्ठलच नाव. देव विठ्ठल देव पूजा विठ्ठल देव विठ्ठल देव पूजा विठ्ठल देव विठ्ठल देव पूजा विठ्ठल तीर्थ विठ्ठल क्षेत्र विठ्ठल तीर्थ विठ्ठल क्षेत्र विठ्ठल विठ्ठल क्षेत्र विठ्ठल विठ्ठल क्षेत्र विठ्ठल means the river is Vithala and the river banks are also Lord Vithala. Mata Vithala, Pita Vithala, Vithala, Mata Vithala, Pita Vithala, Bandhu Vithala, Gotra Vithala, Bandhu Vithala, Gotra Vithala, Vithala, Chitra Vithala, Vithala, Chitra Vithala, Guru Vithala. Guru Vithala, Guru Devata Vithala, Guru Vithala, Guru Devata Vithala, Guru Vithala, Guru Devata Vithala, Nidhana Vithala. Nidhana Vithala, Nirantara Vithala, Nidhana Vithala, Nirantara Vithala, Chitra Vithala, Chitra Vithala, Chitra Vithala, Vithala, Chitra Vithala, Vithala, Chitra Vithala, Namagade Madha, Vithala Sampadna. Namagade Madha, Vithala Sampadna. Namagade 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 Madha, Namagade Madha, Vithala Sampadna. Manoni Kalikala, Manoni Kalikala, Manoni, Manoni, Manoni Kalikala, Padnati, 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 Chitra Vithala, Chitra Vithala, Chitra Vithala, Chitra Vithala, Vithala,
You've taken us back to the banks of the Chandrabhaga. The footprints of the Chandrabhaga. Wonderful. If Mahesh Bhagwat ji is there, he is there, I think, online. He would be very happy.
Yeah. No, it's a very well sung by Vedant Bharadwaj ji, and since our childhood. This is the Pandit Bhimsen Joshi, Bharat Ratna. He sang this song. Yeah. So since our childhood, we are listening to this song and trying to sing also.
Try to move forward to Pandrapur at the feet of Vithala.
Yeah, it will take us to Pandharpur.
Wonderful. Very, very nice.
Thank you so much. So glad to have been part of this, Swamiji. Thank you very much again.
Yes.
For this opportunity and
Thank you very much.
Share our music.
We listen to the response from principal and other students. Ashok ji, comments, response.
Thank you, Vedant. And it was like a flow of river. Really, it was so nice. And the choir group also, they have sung so well. And thank you for enticing us with this performance, Vedant.
Thank you so much.
Yes, very nice. We have, I think, one Ananya from Chennai, who was the outstanding leader selected this year. Ananya, are you there, please, from Bhavan's school in Chennai? Ananya Chpoti. Ananya, if you are there, please unmute and speak. She is from Rajaji Vidyashram in Chennai. We did a national level youth leadership contest, and she was selected as the outstanding leader out of 1,300 students.
Yes, Maharaj. Can you hear me?
Very nice. Please give your remarks, leadership and music.
Yes, Maharaj. Namaste to everyone present. I'm Ananya. I was the outstanding leader in Yuva Sangash this year. I study in Bhavans Rajaji Vidyashram, Chennai. Honestly, I never thought I'd be able to listen to such esteemed and such knowledgeable people today. It was an incredible experience. Music has always been a great part of my life growing up because I dance. So music and it's a very intrinsic part of Indian culture itself. So to be able to listen to such an esteemed and knowledgeable personality in music was incredible. So thank you so much, Vedant sir. It was great listening to you speak and to the music and to the choir as well. And yes, I've always loved music growing up, and yes, it's part of our culture, and I think it's a great way of expressing our culture in abroad and in the global scheme as well. Our music has been very crucial to that. So it was a great experience to be here today. Thank you so much.
We'll go to the college, please. Shashank and others.
Yes, Swamiji. Pranam, Swamiji. And my pranams to all the guests and everyone present here. It was a wonderful experience, Vedant Bharadwaj Garu. It's always a pleasure having you. We had many sessions through VIHA as well. And every time when we have you, we feel the presence of divine being, and we enjoy your session, as well as I also thank Mahesh Bhagwat Garu for his wonderful motivation, and thank you so much for giving this opportunity.
Yes, and anybody else? Nitin, you have to unmute.
Sir, nothing. So thank you, sir, for instilling musical essence to the session. It was a delight to have you.
So we end our session now?
No, sir, it is still there.
Yeah.
This session is open for questions. Audience can raise their hands to ask their questions.
Harika, she wants to say something.
Sorry, Swamiji, just before we start, can I take leave, Swamiji?
Oh, yes, you can. Yeah, you can. You should have your continuity. Meet again. Thank you very much on behalf of all the participants in the college.
Thank you.
Yes. Nitin, is it questions or is it a conclusion? What?
Questions, sir. Sir, someone is raising their hands too.
Let's just take some opinions. 12:30 over. Harika, you just ask.
Yes, actually, I want to ask Bharadwaj sir, but I think. Hello.
You can send your question to me or to the college email. We will forward it to Bharadwaj. He has left the session.
Okay. No, I just want to ask one question to sir that what are the inputs and insights that we should keep in our brain while we listen or learning any song, that the other person who are listening a song also put the same efforts to listen this, and what are the inputs that we have to keep in mind when we are listening, in what point of view we have to listen the song? That's my question. So
There is a question to Vedant Bharadwaj or to Mahesh Bhagwat sir?
Vedant Bharadwaj sir.
Okay, I will forward your question to him, then we will get back the answer later, okay? You can send your question in writing to our institute mail or to the host. We will send that question to Vedant and get back his reply, okay? Yeah, next please.
Thank you.
Thank you. Next. Nitin will conclude.
Sir, the pitching of the competition.
Oh yeah, with that announcement, please.
Yes. Also, before the feedback and the participation links will be posted in the chat box. Our summit isn't just webinars, but also activities and competitions. And we pitch our first competition of this summit. We have Purva to launch the competition.
A very good afternoon. I bid to all of you. Pranam to Swami Bodhaman and Reggie our principal, Professor Y. Ashok Garu, our guest speakers, Sri Mahesh Bhagwat Garu, Sri Vedanta Bharatwaj Garu, our faculty, and all our participants. This is Purva. Indian classical music is the classical music of Indian subcontinents. It has two major traditions. The North Indian classical music, known as Hindustani, and the South Indian expression, known as Carnatic. The roots of the classical music of India are found in the Vedic literature of Hinduism and the ancient Natya Shastram, the classic Sanskrit text on performing arts by Bharatamuni. The great Indian composers Sri Tyagaraja Garu, Sri Muthuswami Dikshitar Garu, Sri Shyamasastri Garu are known as the Trimurtulu of Indian classical music. The 13th century, the Sanskrit text Sangita Ratnakara of Sarangadeva is regarded as the definitive text by both the Hindustani music and the Carnatic music traditions. The task of a musician, such as learning a difficult piece of music, performing in front of an audience, or imprinting a personal style on a famous piece, all have the potential to build up confidence in children and lead them to develop better leadership skills. The key of understanding music of leadership is to understand that really good leaders know how to manage emotions as well as directions. And when it's time to sing a new song to lead people in a different path, they do just that. On behalf of Vivekananda Institute of Human Excellence, in collaboration with Bhavan's Vivekananda College, we are happy to announce a singing competition. The theme for this competition will be Indian classical music, Raga Swaramrutam. Rules for this competition are age limit is 15 years and above. Song must be of Indian classical music, that is Carnatic or Hindustani music. It should be a solo performance. The time limit is for 2 to 3 minutes. Every participant should send their songs in video format only. Only then your participation will be considered. Since it's a singing competition, no instruments can be included. Your videos must be sent on or before 12th February 2022. All the participants will receive the participation certificates. Top two performers will receive the appreciation certificates. Best performers will be presented during an upcoming session of Youth Leadership Summit. Please don't hesitate to ask any queries regarding the competition. Anybody who is interested can find the link in the chat box. Thank you.
Thank you, Purva. The feedback and the participation certificate links are available in the chat box. You all can find it there. To conclude, I request Hariharan to propose the vote of thanks.
Thank you, Nathan. On behalf of Vivekananda Institute of Human Excellence and Bhavan's Vivekananda College, I would like to thank our chief guest, Sri Mahesh Bhagwat Garu and Sri Vedant Bharadwaj Garu, who has spared time from their busy schedule to grace the occasion. Thank you, respected sirs, for giving us an opportunity to hear your thoughts and ideas, and these will surely encourage us in our future endeavors. I would also like to thank Swami Bodhmayananda ji, Director, Vivekananda Institute of Human Excellence, Professor Y. Ashok, Principal, Bhavan's Vivekananda College, the faculty members, student volunteers, and all the members of Vivekananda Institute of Human Excellence, without whom the brilliant execution of this event wouldn't have been possible. We also extend our gratitude to the press and media panel and the office staff of Bhavan's Vivekananda College and Vivekananda Institute of Human Excellence. Thank you one and all for making this session a great success.
Thank you, everyone. Pranam.
Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om Tat Sat Sri Ramakrishna Arpanamastu Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu. Namaste Bhagavad Ji.
Namaste. Namaste, Swamiji. Namaste.
We'll meet again. Thank you, Ashok.
Namaste, Mahesh Bhagavat sir. Thank you.
Thank you, Ashok Garu. Yeah, we'll meet again, please. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Madam
Swamiji.
I'll take you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Swamiji. Thank you, Mahesh sir. Thank you, Principal sir. Thank you all.
Thank you, Swamiji. Thank you, Mahesh sir. Thank you, Principal sir. Thank you, everyone.